Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, and if not, well, things can only get better. Stay positive. But for today's video, it's my go-to glam look, this look. This look is good for weddings, birthday parties, special occasions, when you've got a night out, whatever it may be. If you want to see how I got this look, it's super easy, beginner friendly, then keep on watching. And please don't forget to subscribe, it really helps me out. Thank you so much. Now let's get on with the makeup. The first step is skincare. Skincare is super important because your makeup's not going to look good even if you've spent so much money on it, you've spent such a long time on it. Big tip is you need to kind of know your skin type. So are you oily, or are you dry, or are you bang in the middle combination? So you need to find products that work for your skin. You do not have to spend so much money thinking, oh, that's the only way I'm going to look good. No. Drugstore products still work really well. It's just about how you apply them and knowing what works for your skin. I use the E45 cream. Another tip with skincare is you need to really let the products well on your skin. Don't just start going straight after one after the other. So just take your time when you're getting ready. Be relaxed, be chill, vibe. Eye cream that I use, Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. I literally take my ring finger because under your eyes you need to apply the least amount of pressure. I also always like to go in with moisturising my lips, so I will just take any lip balm. I always start off with my eyebrows and then move on to eyes before I do my face makeup. The reason being is if I do have any fallout with eyeshadow, I can just wipe it off and I won't be wasting product. Now eyebrows, you need to figure out what eyebrow shape you like, what shapes suit your face. I used to think I was the Cara Delevingne girly with those kind of eyebrows. No. Drawing on my eyebrows really thick. So I'm literally just going to be following the shape of my eyebrow like that. My eyebrows are definitely not twins. They're not even siblings at this point. They're kind of like cousins. I'm going to now try and make them look related by taking concealer. I'm just going to take like a brush kind of like this. You just blend that out. I'm not a kind of girl that will spend ages on an eyeliner. First thing is you're going to need to prime your eyes. Now I don't buy any eye primer because concealer does exactly the same thing in my opinion. And we are basically creating a blank canvas on our eyes so we can add the colours in and the colours will pop more. Especially if you're like me and you have hyperpigmentation in your eyes and they're a little bit veiny and just, yeah, looking like that. Let's clear that up a little bit. I do like to use eyeshadow palette. You literally can take your contour shade in your crease and you could take your highlighter shade and put that on your lid. I'm going to start off with Fake Friend. If you got fake friends, you got to get rid. Just light shades. Can you see already? That's a really nice colour. So on the crease, just like that. And you can literally build it up with that one colour. And the thing with this makeup is you have to trust the process. You're going to look crazy. You're going to look a little bit scary, but it comes together. Believe me. This is kind of what we're working with right now. We want to take a blending brush, have nothing on it, no product, and we're just going to spend some time just really blending that in. Any shade you want, make it a shimmery one. So I would just say if you don't have any shimmery shades, use your highlighter. I know you have a highlighter palette in there somewhere from 2016. Come on, we were all highlighter blind. And you're not going to need any brush because you're going to use your ring finger. For shimmer shades, I have found using my finger actually gets more pigmentation and actually gets the product on my eyes a lot more vibrant than a brush does. So I stick to my fingers. So I'm going to take a gold one because majority of my outfits are usually gold or have some type of gold in them. And I always like to wear gold highlight anyway, so we'll stick with gold. And I've got it on my finger. And I'm just going to close my eyes and just add it on. Look how nicely that's being added on. And just carefully with my ring finger, taking my time. And you can go and get more product how many times you need to. And you're just working that only on your lid. Do not put this everywhere, only on your lid. Okay, just very carefully just adding that in and you can layer it up. This is what we've got and what we're working with. So what you're going to do is, again, you're going to take a fluffy brush, nothing on it, and we're just going to literally just blend a little bit just to make sure Step that ties this look in and makes it look really, really nice is eyeliner. Gasp. Now, please don't be coming at me with like, oh, I don't know how to do eyeliner. Oh my god, I hate using eyeliner. Eyeliner can be very, very easy, but you need to take some time to practice, but we're going to make it even easier. Okay, if you're someone who really struggles with eyeliner, I'm going to show you two options. One with eyeshadow and one with liquid eyeliner. I feel like eyeliner is very individual and you can do it however you like. So I like to do my eyeliner this way. It works for me. I like it. You might not. So just take some time, I would say, practicing in the mirror, having a go, like different eyeliner styles, see which one you like, the best one you. That's literally what I did. So I always start off at the end and I kind of just do a line like that, just to begin with. And we're going to add it now. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I want it thick, sometimes I want it thin, depending on where I'm going, what's going on. If this is like a glam, I'm going to have it thick. This is what it's looking like so far. I'm just going to add some to the inner corner. We're going to do it with eyeshadow on this side just to show. So you're going to take an angled brush, and you're going to just take a black eyeshadow. Tap off the excess, which you're going to start off at the end. And I'm going to carve out my line and trying to match, and if the other one doesn't match, then I will get them to match, because honestly my eyeliner never matches. So I'll do both eyes, and whichever eye I prefer more of, I'll try and make the other one look like that. To clean it up, I'm going to take a Q-tip nicely. Can you see? We've just winged that up, and look, the eyeshadow one actually is looking better than the liquid one. This is what the eyes are looking like now. Add some mascara. Okay, this is what the eye look is looking like with some mascara. So you can leave it like that if you're not someone who's comfortable with wearing false eyelashes, or you just don't like the feel of them, or you don't really know how to put them on. However, false eyelashes do make this look very dramatic. I have my eyelash here, but I don't want it to be that dramatic. That's gonna be like, this is how I figure out the shape and what I want. And also it's a bit too long, so I'm gonna cut some of it. Now let's measure. That will go on better. And just gonna add some glue to them. Tweezers really come in handy. False lashes, there are, because I always like to go in like that, then there are some like tools made for false eyelashes to make it easier, but I just use tweezers and hope for the best. It's really hard to show you on camera how I put my eyelashes on, because I'm like in the mirror, like literally in the mirror like that, doing it and like fiddling around, and I'm literally standing. So I'm going to try my best to do this by being sat, but we shall see. I'm just going to take the end of the plucker and just really press that in. Okay, lashes are on. This is what we're working with. Go in with some liquid eyeliner. You could do this with eyeshadow as well. Basically add liner so we can't see the band is showing, none of that. And my eyes are getting so watery. No, this happens to me always. And just to really help blend them in, we are going to do our face makeup and bring this whole look together. So we've already prepped our skin, however I didn't put my primer on, so you need to again find a primer that works for your skin type. So I've looked around, tried lots of primers, and the one I use is the Valentino one, because I use their foundation. I love their foundation. I have spent so long trying to find a foundation that is, firstly, if I can find the right shade. So if you're like me and you really struggle because either it'd be too light or too dark, just a mess, I would recommend go and get tested, let the professionals do it and try it out with them. So I went to Selfridges, the Valentino counter. The ladies are so lovely and they match me every single time. So I literally just take like one pump, and the high points just there where I would want, and then we're going to put a little bit on our forehead, on our nose. The Valentino one now, because you can't feel it on your skin. I used to hate foundation because it's like, I don't want to feel it on me. This goes a long way, covers you really well, but it doesn't have that really heaviness feeling that some foundations have, so I love this one. If a high-end foundation is not in your budget, you can always get a drugstore one. So the ones I really like is the Rimmel ones. I have these two, so basically I make my own shade because this one's too light, this one's too dark. Put them together, perfect. So you don't always need to be spending so much. Now with foundation, start off with less. Less is more. You can always add to it. We don't want to look like that whole cakey look. I know we see on social media and stuff, you see makeup artists just pounding it on, relax, but they're doing it more for they know kind of how to work it in, blend it in properly, and sometimes they might just be doing that for the camera, for the shoot. You want your skin to be able to look good, and you don't want to look cakey, so you build it up. You decide either you want to do it with a brush or a beauty blender. I prefer putting my foundation on with a beauty blender. So I'm just take the back of my hand. We're going to start off with just one tiny one. We're probably going to add more, but just to begin with. So then what I do is, and I kind of just dot around first and start off on one side of my face and do that. And that's just with the dots. Like, you already see the difference. This is what it's looking like. I know I look a little bit crazy. I haven't really put any under my eyes because I don't like too much product under my eyes. That's when I feel like creasing happens. So that foundation goes a long way because that was just one pump and I could still have some to use, but that's more than enough for me. I don't need to keep going and pounding in more and more when it's not needed. But if you're taking care of your skin, you're not going to need that much product, and then it lasts you longer. Because these products be expensive. We are going to colour correct. So I'm using orange because I do have dark circles to get rid of those. I'm just going to put a little bit. Then you're going to take your concealer. Now, a new trick I've been doing is rather than directly applying it, I put it on my hand first because they say to warm up your concealer. Like so. That's just my leftover foundation. And then I'm going to take a brush. I'm taking the same brush I used earlier to carve out my eyebrows. And then you just, from your hand, dip into your concealer. And we're going to put it under our eyes carefully. I'm going to take my beauty blender. And that's our concealer done. I'm going to look any other parts that need it. I have this disgusting, horrible spot here. Now, to lock this makeup in, we have our base. We're going to be adding dimension in a moment, don't worry. We need powder, and the best powder in the game is the one and only Huda Beauty. Absolutely, I adore her powder and I use it every single day because I just love it so much. I use it in the shade Poundcake. I'm an oily girl, so I do bake, and especially when I've got doing a glam look, I want it to last a long time. This depends on your skin type again. You might not need as much powder as I do. You might be really dry and only need a little bit to set it in. So do it based on your skin type. I get a powder puff. If you haven't got a powder puff yet, please do. It's such a game changer and they're not that expensive. I literally just dip it in everywhere. Then I don't go straight to my face. This is why I feel like some people who say, oh, powder makes their makeup cakey, is they're not putting powder on properly. If I put that on, that's not, no. I'm going to dab that. Anything, so you take, like, for example, something clean. Just dab a little bit, and then I'm going to put it on my face. Lightly under my eyes, I'm just going to pressing down gently and let that sit as well. And I'm going to do the exact same thing under the other eye. I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to do the same process I have been, dab, but put this on my T-zone. And you will notice I didn't put any on my nose because I am going to be contouring my nose, and if I put too much product or too many powders on my nose, it does tend to cake up and crease and look gross, so we don't want that. Some people like liquid contours and then adding powder to it. Because I am oily, I prefer powder products. I do nose contouring because I like the way it looks. I feel like it just adds more dimension, but again, with nose contouring is one of those things, I think that's so specific to each person, so do it the way you like. You don't have to do it, you can completely skip this step out, it's optional, but I like to do it and this is kind of how I do it. I'm just going to fast forward it. I take, again, you can take powder, I just take again this shade, brightener one, and I just put a little bit, I kind of make an exclamation point. I also take a little bit of highlight, put that on the tip of my nose. You take your contour shade, you can see mine's been used up a lot, And again, you can start off small because you can always add to it. Now, for contouring, you need to figure out what face shape you have and what suits that, because each face shape will have to contour a little bit differently, put blush on a little bit differently. But essentially, I do mine a little bit higher because of my face shape. Your face shape might be a little bit different, so it just depends. And again, we're going to take our powder and I'm just going to really carve my cheekbone out. And we're just going to... I used to hate blush, but now I love blush. My blush, I actually like to take it quite high because I want my face to look snatched. Okay, I actually do use a liquid blush and then I go in with a powder one because I love the colour of this one, the NARS one. This I use very little of. A little goes a long way, so I don't need a lot. Add some and then I blend it in using my beauty blender, these two colours. Add that in to the same place we've just added the liquid blush to. That's what it's looking like now. We're going to add highlighter, but we're not going to go crazy. This is not 2016 bling bling everywhere. No, that era has gone, but I miss it. I miss it so much. I'm taking a brush like this. You can take your highlight palette, whatever, so I just use my Morphe one again, and I'm just taking my, it's kind of like a gold shimmer slightly, and we're just going to very lightly, I'm doing light touches. I'm also going to just take my ring finger, the highlight, and I'm going to be adding that to my brow bone. So doing your lips will depend on what colours you like, what you're wearing. So because the eyes are quite dramatic, I like to keep the lips quite neutral, nude kind of types. So I'm taking a lip liner, NYX one, and I do overline because I love the look of big lips. Look at the difference. Lips have been outlined. Next step is I am taking a liquid lipstick, nude one. This is honestly from Sheglam and it's called the Millionaire one. This is the perfect shade. And that's what it's looking like. So you can either keep it matte if you like. I'm a very much of a glossy lips kind of person, so I'm going to add a lip oil, taking the Kiehl one. Now our final step is to take some setting spray. So I'm just taking the Urban Decay All Nighter because we want our makeup to be locked in and to last. This is the final look, guys. What do you think? Right now you can see actually it's not that difficult to do a easy glam look, and it turns out like this. I hope you can follow along. So I hope this video helped you. I hope you enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up and comment down below if you're going to try out this look or any other video suggestions. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to help me out. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.